Welcome to the U.S. Military Base YouTube channel. Let's start with the latest news of the military agenda. Oleksandr Tarnovsky, the commander of the Operational Strategic Group Tavria, said on the Telegram channel that the Ukrainian forces were holding their positions near Vuhledar and preventing Russian troops from approaching Avdiivka. Our artillery is accurate. Today every soldier in the trenches is performing his duties at the highest level, said Tarnovsky. Alexei Dmitrashkovsky, spokesman for the Tavria Defense Forces, said that Russian forces lost about 2 squadrons of personnel every day near Marinka and Avdiivka in the Donetsk region. According to him, Russian troops are trying to besiege Avdiivka and capture Marinka in order to advance towards Karakhova. According to British intelligence, the Russian Ministry of Defense has removed Colonel General Rustam Muradov, who most likely led the attacks on Vuhledar, from the command of the Eastern Group of Russian forces in Ukraine. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that the Ukrainian Air Force carried out more than 13 missile attacks on 6 regions where Russian military personnel and equipment are concentrated. Ukrainian artillery and missile units, which started their attacks minutes after these attacks by Ukrainian warplanes, struck 4 clusters of Russian military personnel and equipment, a radar station and 2 ammunition depots. In response to these attacks of the Ukrainian army, the Russian forces carried out more than 40 missile attacks targeting the Bakhmut and Avdiivka fronts. After these coordinated attacks by Russian missile units and air forces, Russian tank and infantry units began their attacks. Official reports indicate that Ukrainian forces have repelled more than 45 enemy attacks in the past 24 hours. Although there are heavy clashes in Bakhmut, there is no significant change in the situation on the front. Ukrainian commanders reported that the enemy forces carried out attacks in 10 to 12 consecutive waves, but the Ukrainian defense forces did not allow the enemy to pass to the west of the city. Although the situation in Bakhmut is stable, the Russian army has suffered heavy losses on the Vuhledar, Avdiivka and Marinka fronts in recent days. In addition, several violent explosions occurred in succession in the Sawatoway and Rubizhne regions of Luhansk Oblast at noon. Russian sources reported that the Ukrainian army launched a total of 17 missiles to the region using HIMARS missile systems. Sources report that they last witnessed such a massive attack in 2022 and that the failure of Russian air defense units was costly. It is said that 2 Russian military bases, 1 repair and ammunition depot and 2 headquarters were targeted in the missile attacks. Worse still, a similar incident took place on the southern front before the Russian army could recover from the shock of the events in Luhansk Oblast. Melitopol Mayor Ivan Fedorov reported that many violent explosions occurred in Melitopol in the morning. Noting that the Ukrainian army targeted the railway depot where they stored the equipment of the Russian army and used as a repair center, the Ukrainian official states that nothing remains of the depot. In addition, Fedorov reported that gunshots were heard near the airport in Melitopol and explosions occurred in that area as well. Thinking that the source of these voices is the internal conflict between Russian soldiers, the Ukrainian official states that there is no clear information about the situation. On the other hand, Italian 155mm M109L turret self-propelled howitzers were seen at the train station in Udine. Probably 20 or more guns going to Ukraine. We must remember that Italy announced an artillery supply in October 2022 and transferred part of the M109L howitzer. Some of them were seen in March 2023. Italy purchased 221 unarmed 155mm M109s from the USA. The armament was manufactured and installed in Italy by Otto Breda and supplied to the Italian army. The body of the M109 gun has been modified according to the M109A3 standard, which is compatible with the new increased mass and aiming system of the M109G gunners. The main change to the M109L gun is the replacement of the existing 23 caliber barrel with a 39 caliber barrel. Externally it is configured for the M109 mount, but internally it is similar to the FH-70 configuration and therefore can fire existing M107 ammunition or FH-70 ammunition. The M109L howitzer has a maximum range of 24 to 30 km with assisted ammunition. Finally, the German military may experience an unexpected renaissance due to the war in Ukraine. We know that it was this war that prompted dozens of countries to consider renewing their military platforms. Berlin believes that the German army should not be an exception to this model. Thus, for the first time since 1992, the German army will most likely receive a brand new main battle tank. However, it will not be the Leopard 2A7 Plus as recently claimed. At the same time, it is not known whether there will be a Rheinmetall Kf-51 Panther tank. But it looks like Berlin will place the first order for the final modification of its famous Leopard. This is Leopard 2A8. According to a French source, Berlin is preparing an order for Krauss-Maffei Wegmann, the manufacturer of Leopard tanks. The order includes the replacement of 18 Leopard 2A6 tanks donated to Ukraine. They should be replaced with the Leopard 2A8. The French source writes that the order will come with a framework agreement. It will include an additional clause for the possible 3-digit number of tanks Leopard 2A8. Version 2A8 is little known but has been around since mid-2020. This tank will be developed from another tank, the Leopard 2A7 Hu. Leopard 2A8 will have a new engine and active protection system. The 2A8 will actually have to serve as a more advanced version of the cart. This is good news for Germany but bad news for France. As you may recall, Germany and France had a joint tank project. But Germany will apparently fix the problem with their aging Leopard tanks. At the same time, Paris needs to replace at least 160 obsolete Leclerc tanks. Suddenly the implementation of the Franco-German MGCS project became increasingly difficult. Just last week, French Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu expressed his concerns about the MGCS. Seeing what happened in Berlin, Mr. Lecornu has every reason to be worried. Moreover, MGCS is in its infancy and is already causing conflicts between Germany and France. Disagreements are operational management. Manufacturers involved in the MGCS project cannot agree on who should take what role. Simply put, everyone wants to be a leader, but no one backs down. In the coming days, we will follow all the military and political developments in the world, especially the Russia-Ukraine war, for you. To be informed of developments faster, you can subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Also, if you like our video and leave a comment, you will make us feel your support. For now, I wish everyone a good day. See you soon.
Go back, run.